Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Marcia Whyte with GratitudeSpeak, helping you transition in life no matter what odds you think you may be facing. And this afternoon, I just want to share with you what it means, what it looks like to operate in integrity. And we hear that word bandied around often, especially when you're talking about business, being authentic. Well, what does that mean? That means operating with one set of principles that you stick to both online and offline, because anybody can project an online persona and we all look rich, we all look successful, we all look problem free, we all look like we are just, cranking it out in numbers and in closing sales and in offering our goods and services. But the truth is, if you are not clear, if you are not true, people will find out, some sooner rather than later, but it always does come out. And I was pushed to do this, to make this particular live stream on this subject, because of a phenomenal experience that I had this morning in business. I had been bandying around the idea of talking to an agency to represent me with my speaking. And for those of you all who don't know, I am a professional speaker as well as helping you, with the life and business coaching in that arena. And so I took the advice of someone who I consider a friend, and they are like super, super well known. They are a beast at what they do, and I value their opinion. And so I had been kind of bandying this idea around, and as it happened, it was suggested to me about 3 weeks ago. That following week, I was able to sit next to, at a business breakfast, someone who was in that industry. And I said, would it be possible for me to get on your calendar so that we can discuss, something that I've been thinking about? So we set the appointment for this morning. Yes, the day after a holiday, because we are right back at it. And so I went downtown in my city to her office. We had a phenomenal conversation. Well, as it turns out, we are not going to work together, not because she's not good at what she does, but we realized during the course of the conversation what I need, what I am seeking from whoever will represent me, is not what she offers. It's not her strength. And she was woman enough, professional enough, courteous enough, authentic enough to say, I don't think that I can serve you well in the way that you deserve to be positioned. And you know what? I really appreciated that. And here's why. That firm is not an inexpensive firm to hire. They are very good at what they do, but it is not really their wheelhouse. And one of the first lessons I got from that I'm hoping that you will also get, is that you don't have to be afraid to not take the business. Do all of us have bills to pay? Absolutely. Do all of us have mouths to feed, even if it's just our own? Absolutely. Are all of us looking for more business so that we can broaden even our sphere of services? Yes. But if you, or when you decide to operate from a place that you know well, that you are good at, that you are consistent at, where you can show up in the best possible light, delivering in the most powerful way to or for those that you are called to serve, it brings a whole nother dimension to the people that want to work with you, but even sometimes just for the moment cannot. This is not to say that I won't eventually do business with her. I liked her personality. I liked her professional presentation. I liked her carriage. And I really, really fell in love with, honestly, and I'm very intentional about that word, the way that she spoke in authenticity to say, I don't think this is a good fit. What you're proposing, Marcia, is here. And then she mapped out for me, on a very entry level, if you get, or surface level, actually, strategy for me to consider, and gave me two, absolutely, Vanette, thank you for joining. She gave me two people to talk to. Now, what does that do for me? It broadens my network, but it also puts a wonderful taste in my mouth. It plants a seed because I want to continue to develop a working relationship with her. And when I say working, it doesn't mean that I'm paying her or she's paying me, but now I am indebted to her because I feel like I need to do something for her. So in addition to one of the things that I teach in my relationship marketing business coaching is I'm going to let her know what it meant to me. That the fact that she was so authentic. And listen, this girl is also trying to build clientele, because you can never have, in my opinion, too much of the right business. You can have too much business, but not too much of the right business. And so she will, be made to know how I feel. But the other thing that I will do, and will be listening and looking intentionally and intently on her behalf, is people to introduce her to, so that if and when the opportunity presents itself, she can grow her book of business. So every time it's not a good fit, that's what the conversation is about. That's what a discovery call does. That's what an initial meeting does. So don't be afraid of that, even if it doesn't end up in someone coming on board with you or you coming on board with them. You get a sense of the person, not just what they do, because there are a million people that do marketing and branding and PR. What you want to see, what you want to seek, what you want to come away with knowing like you know that you know, and you can always, trust your gut, is that this person or these people or this company or this agency operates at such a high level of integrity that they're not afraid to say, we can't help you in the way that would best serve you. Yes, we could take your money. Yes, we could make some cursory efforts. But is that really worth it? If I can't get across anything else to you today, the importance of operating in integrity as it pertains to you and all of us, there's no cookie cutter definition that applies to each one of us, because all of us have to play to our strengths. All of us have to be comfortable with how we show up in our genius. But one of the things that I do when I talk with someone on discovery calls, and certainly my clients, is to determine the type of person they are, not just the goods and services that they offer, and see how I can best serve them. And I have been known to turn away business. Does it hurt? Yeah, but in the long run, I know that it's going to serve me and them better, more powerfully, more impactfully. And it will also subliminally plant that seed that says, it's okay, because every not right now does not mean not ever. Some not right nows are a never. Most are not. You are so welcome. And so thank you for joining. And if this is resonating, share the broadcast out with some people or invite them so that they can catch the replay. But I appreciate your back and forth. Either I love to see the engagement comments. I love the hearts and the thumbs up, because it lets me know that it's making sense, it's resonating, and it's serving you well, because this is why I come on to offer, words of motivation and wisdom and just good stuff, because it's from my heart. And so again, when you operate in authenticity, it also it draws people of like mind, like spirits to you. And that's really what you want, because your brand and your persona, your personality, your heart, they all need to be in alignment, in balance, so that people, when they see you offline, and they will see you offline, not just in your local city, though in my area, I'm kind of well known because I am kind of a staple on social media, but that people will, I've literally had this happen. People have gotten, so much value from what I share. They will literally come over, introduce themselves, and bring someone else to meet me. It makes a difference. Thanks to T for that. I appreciate it. And so I want to stress, if nothing else, how important authenticity is to you. You cannot fake that. What I can do when I help you, and I will put my book me link for those who would want to have a discovery call with me to see if I can support you with that. What we will do is determine what services and programs I have, what services and programs I have to help you operate at your best and brightest, most productive, and most profitable level of authenticity, showing people what they mean to you, whether they've done business with you or not. Again, this woman this morning, we're not doing business right now, but I have no problem with following up tomorrow with the 2 names that she gave me, letting them know how it is that, and why, who it is that referred me. It looks good on her. And letting her know what it meant to me. That's how I roll. Now, is that for everybody? No, but there are ways, there are strategies, there are tools, there are tactics that I teach to show you the importance of showing up with your authentic self. I don't want you to be trying to show up like Marcia. Ain't but one of me. Most people will say, thank goodness. There's not but one of you. And for whoever feels good or bad about that, you embrace that. You celebrate that. You make that shine. You make that such a powerful statement in the business community and in your personal life that people say, I can't be a Vanette or I can't be a Tanisha, but I can be the best Marcia, Susie Bell, Billy Bob, whatever your name is. And I can count on those people to know that when I show up, it's real, it's authentic. That's what it means. And so if you are struggling with that, there's ways that I can help you. I will put in the gratitudespeak.youcanbook.me link when the broadcast is over so that you can book a discovery call. If things, relationship-wise especially, that have not been working out for you for your business and even in your personal life, I can help you with that. If you feel like you're at your wit's end and you don't know the next step, or you're just confused because you have so much information coming at you, I can help you sift through some of the noise and quiet the voices so that you can see and hear. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to show you a way to hear what is best for you, because only you can make that determination. All right? One of the things that I'm very proud of, and I think I shared this recently, but I'm going to share it again for those who haven't heard it. I have a client who was going after an opportunity and was turned down. Obviously, they were disappointed, but when we talked about it, I said, okay, let's dissect what was said. Let's dissect the context. Okay, because context is important. We focus on content a lot, but context and timing, because every no is not a final no. It's sometimes just a not right now. And I'll give you time to, come up to the level, adjust what it is so that it's a better fit. And when we did that, when I showed her how to quiet and calm herself, and listen and look intently into the situation. What was said, how it was said, what it was said in response to, and how to frame it in a way that worked authentically for her to receive it. Do you know, I'm not a social media coach. I mean, I hold my own for the most part, but no one's ever going to hire me to guide their social media campaigns. And that's a good thing, because I know my lane and that ain't it. But out of that conversation, because she was willing to be authentic, she was willing to, with herself first, then with me second as her coach, she was able to not only begin to craft her voice, but now she has 6 months, 6 months, 6 months, that's through the end of the year, of social media content in her voice that will help her with her marketing, help her with her branding, help her build her business, help her show up more powerfully and more consistently online. That was not the plan. I just wanted to help her quiet some things so that she could see the next opportunity in that, because there's always an opportunity in every no. No stands for next opportunity. Did you know that? That's really what no is. Next opportunity. And sometimes you have to create your own opportunities. Now, I'm not a big hip hop fan, but I'm going to tell you, when it hits iTunes, I fully plan to invest in Jay-Z's 444 album, because I've been hearing so much about the knowledge he's dropping. And this is not about whether I like hip hop. This is not about whether or not you or I like Jay-Z. He ain't looking for us to be friends. He doesn't need us. But if there is an opportunity to learn and to grow and to be better and more powerful for us, yes, next opportunity, absolutely, then I'm going to take it. All right. It's so good. Good. I'm glad. But I'm not going to have a subscription to Tidal just to get one album, because that's all I'll ever do. So it's coming to iTunes, I think, either next week or the week after. I'll get it, because it's another way to reach a market sector in their language, but I can speak authentically because I can filter it through Marcia. That's what I help you do. And so if that is something that you need help with, or you'd just like to flesh it out a little bit, then GratitudeSpeak.youcanbook.me. You can put that on there. I don't know if I can actually, while I'm doing this, put that comment in. Let me see. I'll put the link in. But here's the deal. I have a lot of tools in my arsenal, and they're all at your disposal, but you'll never know what I can offer you. You'll never know why or how you can be better if you don't give it a chance. And so if you click on that link, we can get you, it goes directly to my calendar. My calendar is in Eastern Standard Time in the United States. It doesn't cost you anything to talk to me. And then we can see if it is a good fit. But I want to, if nothing else, stress, excuse me, how important it is for you to be you and for me to be me. And let me help you with whatever transition it is that you're going through. If you want to boost your sales, we can talk about some strategies to do that, using tools that you're not even aware you have already. All right? Easily implementable things. If nothing else, you'll have 2 or 3 takeaways just from the conversation. Obviously, I'd like the opportunity to work with you or see if I can support you, but neither of us will ever know until you hit that link. And so if you're in transition with how to, gain more clients, if you're in transition about the way that your life has been going and you've got too much noise, because there is a lot out here to look and listen to, and there's so many, I'm reminded of my front lawn in the morning because I feed them. So many squirrels show up. That's great for me in the morning with the little gray critters in the trees and on my lawn. Not so good in business when you're looking at one everywhere they show up. You need to be able to calm yourself, center yourself, ground yourself, listen, and make some decisions. That's what I help you do. That's my zone of genius. That's where I am most powerful. How is that? Because I've got client references. I have over 30 plus years of doing what I do, and it matters to me. Your success matters to me. Now, I want to be really clear. And T, you've heard me say this because I'm kind of shoot straight from the hip. It is never going to be more important to me than it should be to you. That's just real talk. So if you are serious about finding ways to be more innovative, more powerful, cut through the noise, more authentic with how you show up and how you serve who it is that you are called to serve in whatever capacity that is. Click on that Gratitude Speak You Can Book Me link. Get on my calendar. We will have a good discussion. You'll come away with 2 or 3 nuggets. I guarantee that. Is everything going to be an overnight thing? No. That's real talk. I don't make promises that I know I cannot keep. That's not authentic. That doesn't even make sense. And if nothing else, I'm kind of sensible. But I also know that in business and in life, I'm old enough to know a few things about a few things. So I'd love the opportunity to serve you, serve others that may need this information. So please, ma'am, please, sir, click on that Book Me link. Let's get a call scheduled, and I will see you again real soon. But just remember, in the meantime, there is always an opportunity and a reason to give kindness and show gratitude to someone today, because that's the only way that we're all going to be change makers. So thanks again, and I'll look for your name on my book of business scheduling. Thanks. Bye.